Welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, and it looks as if we are due for a full house as we have a terrific game in store. Today, two teams set to square off in a max slugfest. As we'll see, the Akron Zips taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Central Michigan Chippewas. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Chippewas will kick it away first. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Akron Zips offense will start this game off. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Handoff from the gun. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds a spot in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now after the short completion, it's second down. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Golden. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll try to get the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Tackle is made after the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Zips are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Back to pass, it's Bullock. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Zips line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So the Central Michigan Chippewas offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Chippewas will bring the punt team onto the field. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Second down now after the sack. To the air, it's Bullock. Hard running there. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A strike downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll throw it on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Rush. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Snagged in the middle, it's Rush. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Zips will keep this drive going. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Zips. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Charlotte pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The 49ers were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves.
They'll throw it on 1st down.
The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And that's a live ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defensive guy, you chase, and you always want to get to the quarterback. You want to know how to make it a little bit better? Get to him and cause that fumble. Man, there is nothing better.
Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got his man. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Bullock. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Akron. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you could tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, Central Michigan, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Thrust that arm out. The Chippewas get it past the sticks. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
13 on the play. Offense facing 4th down.
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. And the Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. On the run, still looking. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. The Zips will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field, get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out. Continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense. You're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this.
Wide open. He makes the catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage play.
And the Chippewas racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking for a crease. It's Townsend. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They're bringing heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, after having an historic performance his last time out, registering 4 sacks, this offense knew they had to do something to try to slow this guy down, and they thought they had a good plan for him. But that plan's not working here today. That's already his 2nd sack in this game.
The Chippewas will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. It's complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol.
Second down coming up.
He'll pull it on the read. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Zips are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Golden. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at second and 11. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. They're setting up the screen. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Here comes the offense on first down. They move the tight end all over. Power football with the run. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And the Chippewas will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. The inside handoff. After the pickup of 9, it's second and 1. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the Zips get it past the sticks. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and 4. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He's got it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Zips. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UAB is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 17 over Memphis.
Dropping back, it's Lavis.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. With the catch, it's Harris. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Finds his big tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Got it on the outside, it's Boyd. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Chippewas headed quickly to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Chippewas will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're trying to get to him. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A 3rd and long coming up here. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. He's right on target. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take...
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Akron! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking for room. It's Townsend. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Mount Pleasant today, and welcome into the halftime update. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kelly Shorts Stadium.
And the Zips will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Leaves it with the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looking downfield, it's Lavis. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Chippewas are rolling down the field. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on second down.
Second down.
It'll be a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Chippewas will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
This offense has a second down play.
At the 47-yard line.
He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. He'll throw it. Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He finds his man. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. He wants to throw it again. Coming after him. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. On the move, he fires. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When that snow's coming down, it's even thicker than rain. It just affects the football. You can't get as much juice on it. And you could tell the QB couldn't get it to the wide receiver where he wanted to, and the defender made a beautiful play.
Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Running back searching for a hole. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Fires to the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Here's the handoff. Discards a man. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Chippewas send out the punt unit. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Bullock. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Golden. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The give is to Williams. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking to scramble. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Zips look to keep this drive humming. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Gets it out quickly.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Skips away from pressure. Touchdown, Zips! And the beatdown has ensued. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but Despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 4 over Liberty. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Chippewas will punt this one away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Makes a man miss. Great move there. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the draw. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And first down for the offense.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
1st and goal, Akron.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Akron! And the punishment has been extended. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Using his legs, it's Townsend. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Finley. Got his man out of the backfield. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Zips decide to punt it away.
Brings up 4th down.
Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Zips come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. Quarterback on the keeper. Fakes his man out.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Zips are marching down the field.
At the 17. Good enough for a first down.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Play number 9 on this drive. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. Stopped after making the catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Finley. He's got the tight end. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
45. Central Michigan, 0.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Getting some heat. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That's caught. It's Townsend. They get him down after he makes the catch. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Chippewas line up to punt it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. To the ground with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They'll leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Got it, looking for a first. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Zips will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking for a block. It's Davis. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Labus. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. He's going to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to run it. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Chippewas have this offense rolling. On the run, it's Townsend. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pressure coming. Got it! That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? Try to barge their way in. Jumped on top of the pile. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the look. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 15 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. He'll keep it himself. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Zips will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Second down.
They'll run it from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
He's brought down at the 45-yard line.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.